Hey there everyone, this is Joe from Bullion Now, bullionnow.com.au, selling you the best bullion bars and coins shipped to you worldwide from Melbourne in Australia. This is your weekly precious metals technical analysis where we take a look at the big four: gold, silver, platinum and palladium. Check out bullionnow.com.au. Look at our sexy website, our online store with these sexy people saying sexy things and just the sexy products. Wow, I've said that word way too many times now. Now I feel icky. But do head over to the online store. Plenty to buy. There's items slowly being added to the website. We have a small range of stuff at the moment. The big ticket items like your low premium 1 ounce gold and some Perth Mint products. And you've got your silver kilos and Perth Mint kilos, PAMP kilos and stuff like that. So a decent amount of the sort of regular bullion stuff to order online. Great shipping rates, of course. And if you're international, we do ship internationally. You just need to send us an email and we'll give you an exact price quote to wherever you are. All right, let's start with gold. I think this is going to be a quick one, I think, particularly for gold because it hasn't done a lot. That was on the monthly. Let's take a look at the daily. Of course, we're using the tradingview.com website. It's priced in US dollars. We'll also take a quick look at the Australian dollar price as well. Let's count back 7 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, look, we've just been in this little bit of a trading range here. And we've had a rise back up after this high here of the 1556 roughly. We came down to about 1485, so broke the $1,500 mark and had a quick rise back up to about 1525. But now we've just been trading in this little range right here in between approximately that 1485 to about 1510 level, something like that. Currently hovering just under 1500. If I was a betting man, where would I say it's going? Let's take a look at the weekly. There is room to move down. As I said last week, we're definitely in overbought territory still in terms of gold. That's on the monthly time frame. And look, it wouldn't surprise me if we did have another dip down. So I'm going to keep the call at a 51% bias. So it doesn't mean I'm definitely saying it's going there, but I'm slightly biased to the downside in gold. And last week I was talking about a price of between, I think it was 1450 to 1430. So between this price here, roughly 1450 there, you can see that little high right there, that little spike, and 1430 right about here. So I'm going to stick with that call, just a 51% bias to the downside. Let's have a quick look at actually what I'll show you on the daily, because what is interesting, what you'll notice here, see the where the price is right now. I've had that little dip down and I have a small green candle, but in the Australian dollar, if I take you to AUD, where are we? XAU AUD, you can see that candle is a little higher, and actually we've been a slight uptrend right here, very slight uptrend in terms of the Australian dollar. Now why is that? Well, let me show you AUD to USD. And what you can see is the Australian dollar is dropping in value in relation to the US dollar. So we've come off just recently, we're at about 68.5 cents to the $1 US, and we've had a drop down. So that's why you see the price spiking a little higher in the Australian dollar terms, and that's what's going on in the Australian dollar. And sorry, in terms of gold and Australian dollars, about 22.05 as of right now. I'm not going to spend too much time on that. Let's go straight to silver, because I'm a little bit more prouder of my call here. Let's see, silver, S for silver, that would be it right here. Now I'm going to show you, I'm not gloating, but I'm just going to show you what I said last week. I'm going to turn up this volume and let's see if you can hear it. Yeah, we're in sort of overbought territory at the moment. So I could see it having that little dip down to that area I talked about last week, which is that trend line right here going through this point and this point, and just having a touch of it. And it also coincides with this level here at about $17.50. So I reckon around there was a bit of a focal point, if you can see that trend line and this previous sort of level right here I've marked in about $17.50. We could see a dip down to there before we continue up, moving down from there. So I talked about moving down from there. So I did say a focal point of around about here, and check this out. is right on the money. Let's take a look at the daily. Actually, we'll go back to the monthly. I'll show you right here. I hope that wasn't too loud for you guys, but we did see in silver, we were about here last time roughly, and we did see that dip right bang smack on that trend line right here, as I just showed you in the previous video from last week, right there. I've been talking about this trend line for quite some time, and we did see an absolute touch of it. It's like right on the money. If I show you on the daily time frame, it's like smack bang right on it. So we did come off the high there of about $19.60, back down to $17.80, had a spike up to about $18.50, and then a quick move just right bang dead on that trend line. I think that's pretty amazing. Trend line analysis is a good one to do, and it's one of the most simple bits of analysis to use, and we have since seen a rise back up to was about $18 roughly, but I'm still there's still room to move down in silver. Again, it wouldn't surprise me if we did. So just like last week, I was talking about the next level I think would be down here at approximately that $16.70 mark. That's if we have a dead cat bounce, as they call it. So dead cat bounce is when you come up off a large rise and you have a peak, and then it drops, and then it starts to rise up again, and then the foolhardy go, it's over, oh, let's start buying again, and then the market shakes out and then it goes back down. That's called a dead cat bounce. So if we see on the monthly time frame a spike up, don't think it's over just yet, because it could be a dead cat bounce and then we head back down. So I'm slightly biased to the downside still, about 51%. I'd be very, very happy to be wrong though. But I reckon the lowest it would go, again, as I said last week, about $16.70. So slight bias to the downside doesn't mean it's going to happen, and it's not a huge bias. Unlike Palladium last week, which we'll get to, I was very biased to the upside on that. I'll show you where we've gone in that just, very soon. Straight after Platinum, of course, we go gold, silver, platinum, then Palladium. So here is Platinum. I didn't show you silver in AUD, but I'm not going to worry about that now. Here is platinum in USD, and we've had that spike down to 921. If we go back 7 days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the hourly time frame. Man, I did this last week too, didn't I? There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I stayed neutral with platinum as of last week. We've seen a rise back up to about 960 something. This is coming off the high of $1,000, and now we're back down. We had a low of about 920, currently around about 930 and 50 cents, 931 and 50 cents. Should I give you a bias? Yes, I could see it. Oh, look, we've come back down to almost to this high right here of 915. But if I was a betting man, look, platinum can sometimes go in the opposite direction of gold and silver. But look, I will say 51% bias to the downside. And I think we could come back down to this level right here. And why is that? Because it's coinciding with a couple of key points. The $900 level, which I'd mentioned before, and that's why you've got that horizontal line in there. And it also happens to be at the moment the 18 average of highs on the weekly time frame. So possibly down to 900. I'd call it anywhere between 900 to here, which is matching that previous high of about 885. I don't think it'll get that far though, but maybe down to the 900 level is where I could see it dropping to, if we are dropping from here, of course. And lastly, let's take a look at my friend, my pal, my buddy, Palladium. Made a big call last week that we are having an imminent breakout. We haven't seen that yet, so I was wrong on that. I thought it was coming this week because it just looked like the right setup for it. If I show you on the monthly, you can see what I'm saying. Look, it's, to me personally, I think it's still pretty imminent, but I thought it was going to happen last week, but it hasn't happened as yet. But look, it's just really ripe for a complete breakout. So back on the weekly time frame, had a little dip, but then a quick move back up again. So could this be the little tiny fake out where you think it's going to go all the way back down and then we break up through? I don't know, so I'm going to stay biased to the upside. I don't want to just say no, it's going back down now because it didn't do it last week. But look, yeah, I'm going to say biased to the upside. I think we have an imminent breakout, and I think I said last week, I don't think it will take any longer than the middle of next month. So the middle of October, that decision will have been made. And I think that decision will have been made to the upside, in my personal opinion. Please don't take anything I say as financial advice, of course. Unless I tell you to give me all your money, then take all the financial advice from me you want. But I wouldn't do that. Let's take a quick look to the gold to silver ratio, just very quickly for all you GSR fanatics. And we've come off a spike down to 80, roughly 79.2 on the gold to silver ratio, and back up over this trend line right here. I've been calling for a long time that I thought we might see the 1 to 100 mark before we saw the big move down eventually, which I think we will, to at least 60 to 50. But if we're talking old school, not even old school, if we're talking 2011, then even down to kind of that 30 mark. But I thought we would see 1 to 100 first. So I don't know. I think that still could happen if gold has a massive tear before silver again. If gold runs before silver, it tends to go first and then silver follows. But that is it for, of course, the precious metals technical analysis. Head over to bullionnow.com.au. And you have to be subscribed to the channel for all the good reasons. You know the reasons why. So hit the big red subscribe button. 479 subscribers as of right now. Join the family. Join the winning team. We're winning all over the place. There's so much winning. You won't believe all the winning that's going to continue to happen. You won't believe the winning. So join the winning team. That's it, gang. Stay safe, and we'll speak to you soon.